First up, we're gonna talk about the Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers.
Sir.
So Boston, they like we said, like I mentioned earlier, they fell apart because of the Jason Tatum injury. On top of the fact that the Knicks are just a good team.
I was just about to say, is it the bad Celtics or a good Knicks, bro?
Look, the Knicks are a good team, man. And all three of us on this podcast said the Knicks were probably going to go to the finals. This was early in the season. We were like, yeah, the Knicks, they got that look. And they kind of messed up a little bit, down the line the season. But we're seeing why we felt so confident about the New York Knicks in the previous months. That being said, they go up against a tough Indiana Pacers team who ain't no slouch for real. And so I was thinking earlier, like, damn, if I'm Jalen Brown, not Jalen Brown, but if I'm what's that boy name? Jalen Brunson. If I'm Jalen Brunson and now I'm Tyrese Haliburton, like, who do I trust more in terms of like performing when it comes game time, crucial moment? I mean, Brunson's the clutch player of the year. Nothing to be said more about that. But at the same time, Haliburton is just like he makes the right play at the right time. He never turns the ball over that much. He's a good shooter. But who do you trust more in this particular series? Is it Brunson or Haliburton?
Super easy question for me, man. The biggest Jalen Brunson fan you'll probably find outside of New York Knicks fans. I'm trusting Jalen Brunson, man. Fourth quarter player of the year. Like, I know what's about to happen. He can have 12 points going into the fourth. Let's turn this thing on up. And that is literally what you want in a superstar. Not taken away from Haliburton, because he, like I said, came into the playoffs, everything clicking, Pacers clicking. And again, that's the most dangerous team you can go against. Yeah. However, just Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks as a whole, they're playing great basketball. And even though they had to go against hobble, Jason, or not playing Jason Tatum, the Celtics still got 5 top 50 players on their team. Oh, at least season. So I can't say next man up because Jason Tatum is important, but again, next man up, and you did beat the Knicks at home against the Celtics at home. So shout out to the Knicks for holding their composure. I'm gonna just say, it is Pacer, Racer, Blazer. Knicks and 5. Knicks and 5, right? Go ahead and get it over with. Y'all gonna need some rest.
In 5 though? In 5?
It should be 5. But because we're intertwining life, and especially with this podcast and the way that we talk about the WWE, the fact that we're seeing life and, certain scripts take handle, the NBA won't allow it to just do 5 games. They'll do 6 and the Knicks will win it on their home floor. So maybe I'd say 6, but it should be 5.
I think the Knicks got home court, so they'll be Indiana court. It's game 6.
Game 6. Knicks and 5. You're right. You're absolutely right. Knicks and 5. Knicks and 5. You're absolutely right.
Shoot. So I'm picking the Knicks too, because I think the Knicks are a team of destiny. I think that they just, how you get that vibe where it's like, yeah, that's the team.
That's it.
That's the team.
That's the vibe. When as soon as they got Cat, I say, yeah, that's it.
That's it. Like it's literally like
Robinson's gonna get healthy. Pressure's gonna get healthy. Everybody gonna be straight as long as they stay healthy at this time, which they have. Believe it or not, Thibodeau playing them 38 plus minutes. They here.
And nobody get hurt. Nobody's been hurt yet.
That's not
because last year everybody got hurt. Literally, it was Brunson was the last man standing, and then he got hurt at the very end of that series against Indiana. So it's like, damn, everybody is healthy. And I don't know if you asked this, but is Brunson the best point guard in the league right now?
I may not have. I probably did ask this based on being clutch last year and then this year. Like, and who was so like he's the second best because I still got SGA. SGA top 2 player for me. Or hold on, Luka. What? Here's the thing. With Luka or Jalen, who would you rather have right now?
Dallas.
In all Dallas, because they have both of them idiots.
And both of them.
So SGA, to answer the question, SGA is still number 1 to me based on just defense and offense, like 30 points a game, best defensive point guard in the league, number 1 to me. But here we go, number 2.
Because Brunson, like, for a player of his size, and he's small, but he's stocky. So it ain't like he just can't take, punishment when he goes to the basket. But he's shooting threes on your ass too.
My favorite player growing up was Allen Iverson. And he's the closest thing I've seen to Allen Iverson is Allen Iverson. I don't care what nobody says. So that's the reason I'm having like a hard issue because y'all know on this podcast I give Luka Fatu his credit all the time.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me when we do our top 50 list, which one of these players I'm gonna have more?
And see, that's what I'm thinking about, because we coming up on summertime. We get to about August, we do our top 50. I'm like, damn, Brunson, he at minimum he's still gonna be top 10 at minimum, just based on the fact that he is this far with the Knicks.
I'm gonna still go Luka because he was in the NBA Finals last season, and I don't want to discredit everything he's done to this point. And I think the reason the Mavericks felt comfortable with trading Jalen Brunson, or I guess get rid of him, was because you thought you was gonna have Luka Fatu for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And Jalen Brunson, he just started turning up maybe last 2-3 years. Luka been this, so I'm gonna still put Luka, but Jalen Brunson top three, and he ain't leaving it. Damn it.
That dude,
he ain't leaving top 3 for me. That's it. That's like everything I need to see in the playoffs as far as like being the go-to. This is when superstars are made.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking that if the Knicks win the finals, it'll be large part obviously because of Jalen Brunson. And at that point, you have to shout out to Roman Reigns, acknowledge him. You got to acknowledge him at that point.
Here's the thing, and I'm so happy that you just brought that up, because this is literally what's happening. If you think about it, who's the oldest dude in the playoffs right now? Who's the oldest star in the playoffs right now?
Oldest star, all of them young. Brunson is like the oldest, I would say. But
so we're literally about to see the next face of the league. We're literally about to see who is about to take that torch. There's no Bron, there's no Steph, there's no KD, there's no Jokic, there's no Giannis. There won't be Giannis ever again. Who is gonna be that face of the league? And I think in this playoffs, everybody's healthy, so you really can't give no excuses. It's playoff basketball time, and I'm gonna be face front in every game. For sure.
Man, New York is overdue, bro. So basically, somebody said something about like New York ain't won a ring since I want to say 72 or 73. 72. The Pacers and the Timberwolves have never won the NBA Finals. And then the Sonics were the one that won in what, 76, I think, something like that. But they're now the Thunder.
They won with they ain't win with Kemp. I'm thinking.
They went there and lost to Jordan.
Yeah,
in the 90s.
In the 90s,
but they last won. I want to say it was like 1970s, and as the Sonics, which by the way, the Thunder probably won't have their history anymore because they're gonna take it back to Seattle. Just like how the Hornets did with the Pelicans.
As they should, though. Like the Thunder became its own entity for sure.
Right. And so it's like, damn, somebody gonna etch their name in history and also in the future as well, too. Like you said, as far as being the face of the league, I think Brunson is fully capable of doing it, especially in New York. If you turn up New York, bro, that's like it ain't happened in a long time for the Knicks. 40-some years. Shout out to whoever this is, music reviews.
Shout out music. Shout out. But I mean, he's already a legend, bro. Like he took that pay cut. You took a pay cut for you to bring another superstar in, and your sacrifice got you in the conference finals.
Yep.
If he lose, he's gonna be a New York legend for the rest.
He a made man. He a made man in New York.
Is Jalen Brunson married?
I think he is.
Oh man, yeah, thank God, boy. Boy.
Jalen Brunson, man.
Boy, shout out to him.
Hey, my next question was about Knicks and Pacers. Who's supporting Cavs would you want between Pacers and Knicks? Because the Pacers supporting Cavs ain't bad.
It's a literal battle between starting five and depth. Mm-hmm. But to answer your question, I'm gonna still go Knicks though. I mean,
okay.
Thibodeau's mismatching and doing what he's supposed to do with even though he's again playing players at 38, 39 minutes. Cool.
Yeah.
But the Pacers, the reason that they're here is because of their depth. So I understand why you asked that. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna still go starters.
Okay. I'm gonna go Knicks too off of health alone, bro. Like I just Mikal Bridges is literally Iron Man. OG is healthy. I just can't. I gotta roll. They're top heavy, I would say, and the Pacers are just generally from 1 to 10 have more consistency. The Knicks only play like 8 players, probably 7 players to be honest. But the Pacers, I'm curious to see how the Knicks deal with the pace of the Pacers because they want to run all day long, and so I'm curious to see if they can stay healthy within that. Do they get tired at some point? Game 3, game 4, game 5. To where they can't keep up. But like I said, at the same time, Mikal Bridges is Iron Man. He was locking down Jaylen Brown the 51st minute of the game.
I think this makes it a little easier on the Knicks because they have longer forwards that can guard Siakam.
OG
and I think that
and
OG is what they teammates on the championship Raptors.
Yep. OG didn't play. OG was hurt.
OG didn't play. You're right. OG didn't play. So shit, he trying to get some get back. But I think we again dealing with Pascal though, like that's gonna be a matchup for whoever's guarding him, and the Pacers may try to depend too much on him. And I'm gonna keep my eye on him because I'm telling y'all now, I'm probably gonna bet the under on his points through the entire series. But that's gonna be important because that's where you get 25 points a game from. So who's gonna be able to step up?
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna be key. That's the key, y'all.
And before we move on to Thunder and Wolves, there is a New York Knick, at least a former New York Knick on every roster. You got Obi Toppin with Indiana. You got Hardenstein with the Thunder. You got Julius Randle with the Timberwolves. And then you got the Knicks themselves, bro. So the Knicks are all over this conference finals, bro. Yeah, all over this conference finals, bro.